Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So in this one, we're going to do an options video. Now, our trades and the trades that we're showing here are getting bigger and bolder. And as they say, the future favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. So with all of that being said, we're going to get into some pretty good options trades here in just a second. Let me take care of some business really quick here. But I've got everything up, so we're gonna segue very fast here. Okay, so overall, pretty good day for the markets. The Fidelity accounts went up 7,000 today, and the Schwab accounts went up like 12,000. So pretty good all in all. So I did some more trades in the recently rolled over 401k, and they've been working out quite nicely actually. So in the last hour or so of trading, TSLL, and I knew this would happen. I told you all, didn't I? Didn't I tell you all this one? Of course, I didn't know without the advanced equipment confirming my already good instincts, but it did say without a doubt it was a stellar investment. But that one really anchored the portfolio today. So TSLL, I got into this one. I bought some Friday and then I doubled my shares today to kind of dollar cost average down a little bit, but it paid off very nicely. And I honestly I expect this one to come back really fast. The Trump Musk feud was a temporary thing. And then SMCX, so I increased my I bought more or sorry, I sold more puts in SMCX. I'm sitting tight on NVDL. It did drop, so I might do some more pretty soon. I'm trying not to like max the whole account out, max out all of my buying power with this, but I'm slowly doing more. So UPro's up nicely, TQQQ's up nicely, SMCX had a great day. These puts. So what this means is that of the premium I collected, I've realized 1,200 of it so far. Long way to go, but I realized 1,200 of it so far. NVDL moved the wrong way, so the premium it's a little bit higher than what I took in. MSTU, this is one that's really cheap. So what I like about this one, and I'm back on Streamlabs, so I can pull out my calculator and share the whole screen here. So an ETF like MSTU that's trading basically dirt cheap, you can do a lot of contracts on that. So as you all know, for the options, the seasoned options traders out there, if you don't know, I'll go over it for the newbies. But each contract gives you control over 100 shares. So 30 contracts of MSTU is going to give you control over 3,000 shares. At a strike price of $10, this would be your maximum risk of assignment. So I am risking getting assigned at $10 on MSTU, which honestly, if it hits it, I think it's going to be on a bull run, and I think it will even surpass it. But if it doesn't, this money here, this negative number, this is premium that I collected that's already made money because I collected this much in premium. This is what the current value is. So it's a difference of almost $130. But if this expires out of the money, I keep all of this. Same with NVDL. My goal for these, there's only two things that can happen. And I honestly have not discovered how these are risky or how they can lose as long as you have the money to cover them, as long as you're not maxing out margin or doing that. When you have the money to cover these, which I do, it's a very safe strategy, I think, very safe and effective strategy. So for NVDL, my goal honestly is for these to expire out of the money and I just keep the premium, but you keep the premium regardless when you're doing the wheel strategy. So for NVDL and for SMCX, if these expire out of the money, I'll keep all of this premium that I collected. If they happen to expire in the money, then I'll just get assigned. And as I've gone over, my cost basis is so much lower than the actual strike price for each of these. And we'll go through that again. Like for NVDL, 10 contracts, which give you control over 100 shares at $80. The maximum risk is 80,000 of assignment. But because of the premium I took in, the 25,583.21, it lowers my cost basis per share by this much. So then dividing that by 1,000 shares, that's actually my price that I would be buying in, which is lower than NVDL is currently trading at. And it's going to be the same thing with MSTU. So the 7,200 divided by 3,000 shares is 240 per share. So guess what? I'm basically buying in at where it's currently trading at. So it's the $10 minus 240. It's like right there, folks. So I'm collecting premium to buy in the fund basically at what it's trading at right now. It's like a win-win. And then as far as SMCX, I went higher on this one, so I got 20 of them, which would give me control over 2,000 shares. And so you can see I've realized 1,200 of the $37,000 gain. Um, so there's that. So this would be the $48 strike price times 2,000, so 96,000 of cash to cover assignment. But in the event of assignment, remember you're subtracting the premium, the 37,406.41 from the the cash that you would pony up to buy in. So your real entry price when you subtract the premium is 58,593.59 divided by 2,000. So that's really 29 bucks. It's like dirt cheap. It's again lower than what the ETF is currently trading at. I honestly do not see a lose scenario on this one. And then if we go to the Roth portion over here, I did the same thing over here. And then you can see TSLL is up tremendously. Same with SMCX. So these leveraged ETFs, when the market goes your way, it's quite brilliant. So if we add these up here, we've got in total premium 18,703.21 from SMCX over here. And then we're going to look at trades also in the Schwab account because I did more over there. And then we've got, oops. So in addition to the premium over there, we also took in another 73.29.62 for MSTU. We took in another 25,583, oops, 583.21 over here. SMCX, we've taken in 37,406.41. So that's a total of almost $90,000 in premium that we're going to realize this year. So the 90,000 over here, and I'm going to juice more out of that one. But if we go over here, we had a very nice day in terms of the Schwab account. Um, So the thing is, it still hasn't updated for me. Now, I've gotten called out of a lot of stuff. I got called out of all my NVIDIA last week. So it still hasn't updated, but my goal, and obviously the title of this video, my goal has increased now. I want to make 300,000 this year trading options. That's my goal. It might be a stretch goal, but if you factor in the $89,022 and the 401 portion, plus the 65,671.18, all from options trades in this account, that's where we already are. That's more money than I'm making working. And then if we take those and then we add the trades, because for some reason the trades that expired Friday are out in the ether somewhere. So it hasn't updated these yet. But if we go to transaction history over here, you'll see new trades that I did for more premium today. So with all of these, and some of you might say this is like maximum aggressiveness, but you'll notice I did more. So here's where I got called out of NVIDIA. I had this much NVIDIA as of Friday. I got called out for 139. That's because of a call option that I got assigned on, which I knew would happen. This was totally by design. I picked the price I was willing to part ways with NVIDIA on, and then I'm going to do puts to buy back into NVIDIA, although the premium wasn't too great on it. So I lost the shares on those nonetheless. I also got called out of NVDL doing the same strategy that I've been talking about at the strike price that I picked and collected money on the call side as well as the put side. See? So the trade that I did, I have to go back like a month basically. The trade that I did to collect the premium, I just want to show you all, just to be transparent. It was, here it is. No, that's not it. That was the put trade. Sorry. It's going to be up here actually. NVIDIA, where are you? Here we go. This was it. This was the trade that expired June 6, $139 call option. So I took in another 3,326.01 there. I don't know why that hasn't added up yet, but that should be part of the tally as well. So this, folks, this is what we've realized so far this year. And then we're going to add these last four over here because we've gotten now these, okay, we need to add ones that are currently pending in the account right now. So I did a crazy, you might call it a crazy trade on NVDL where I took in 47,192 in premium. And basically, I've gotten to the point that, I'm doing so well with these, I'm pretty much making the whole account all these funds, basically wheeling these funds, which some of you may consider aggressive. So at this point, I was doing the math on this today. I even shocked myself. So the 47,192.05, we add that to the tally. That brings us to 205,212. And then, so we took in that. I'm going to show you all, by the way, how much we've realized from. So we're up to, it's 17,000 of the 47,000, and then of this trade here that I did the 27,000 on, I've realized 6,000 or 7,000 of it. So that's actually, folks, $25,000 in realized premium. I'm tempted to just buy it back, but I want to go ahead and realize all of it. That's the goal. So then I did more in VDL at $60 strike, September 19th. This, by the way, folks, this is almost in the money as of today. This trade's almost in the money because we were at 57. We dropped a little bit, but if we add this premium too, and guess what, folks? This premium that I'm counting, this goes nowhere. This is all realized premium. Unless I buy it back, which say I want to realize half of it and not want to risk owning this many shares, then this premium, for all intents and purposes, is locked in. We never lose this, folks. We just get assigned. We subtract the premium from the strike price to get assigned at a lower, it lowers our cost basis. So, and then the last three that I did after I got called out of NVIDIA, it freed up more capital. So I did three more trades today on MSTU. So I sold to open. I did puts and calls. I went a little aggressive because I do think that MSTU is going to recover. And if it doesn't, then I'll just own more at this price. I don't really care. It's all about premium. So I did calls for 1465.41. These are more than likely going to expire out of the money, and I'll keep all of this. And then I did more in VDL at 43,105.40. So add that. And then 10,378.76 over here. So you add all these together, folks, that's 289,000 in premium for the year. And it's pretty easy. So you've got 32 contracts here, 22 more of SMCX, and I went out to 50 this time. So worst case scenario, again, like in the case of this 43,000 here over 22 contracts. So you're talking 22 contracts, 2,200 shares at $50 a share. That's 110,000. I just got called out on Nvidia, so that's totally doable. I'll deposit more money if I have to. I mean, I'm making money from other accounts too, so and then 32 contracts here. I wanted to make it an even number because I'm getting basically I have 28 now. I want to actually increase my stake in MSTU. So this is like yield max, except instead of increasing my stake for more dividends, I'm increasing my stake for more wheel strategy option premium. So actually this channel is pivoting. This is becoming more of an options channel than a dividend channel if you think about it. So then for the 32 contracts of MSTU at $11, that would be 35,200. Over here would be $110,000. So that's 145,200 in terms of new, you know, uh, new like potential capital requirements, but it's not going to be that. And I have margin. If I absolutely have to use it, I do have margin. Now, the 10,378.76 over here lowers our cost basis across these 3,200 shares by $3.24. So it's 11 minus this. So again, folks, 776, we're basically at the current price for MSTU with the premium. So you can't go wrong. You get assigned at the current price, and guess what? You hold them, they're going to go up eventually. MSTR, these companies like SMCI, MSTR, NVIDIA, they're going to go up over time. They're great stocks. They're going to go up over time. So, and then if we look at SMCX, 43,105.40 divided by 2,200, so per share, that's $19 in premium per share. Add that to the 50, you're buying in at $30, basically, almost right where it is right now. You're getting it for $30. It's like a steal. And then for the call side, because I am holding the bag on some MSTU, if I take the 1465 divided by 2800, that's 52 cents per share that it's going to lower my cost basis again by 52 cents more. I've already done this. Basically, my cost basis is $10.80. So if I were to get called out on this, I'd have a slight loss maybe, but it wouldn't really be a loss because I just did this trade. You'll notice I did it for like another 1,000 like a month ago. So I'm going to be coming out ahead regardless. Let me see. And then I get dividends still. But if I look at, let's see, and then so I got called out of, if you're wondering where the premium comes from, 95,999.67. If you're wondering where the capital comes from, rather. So I just got called out of NVDL. I own no NVDL or NVIDIA at this point because I got called out of both. 83,399.90. So that's 179,000 of new money right there. Well, not new money, but money that I've made a gain on that I've grown, basically. Shall we say newly grown money. So of that money, I just did the math on what's assignable, and I'd still net like 30,000 in cash and all this premium on top of it. This is brilliant, folks. I got to tell you, this is like a caveman finding fire. I mean, this is like, I don't know, it's like reinstating the Library of Alexandria after it burned down. This is like just massive light bulbs here, folks. This is such a way to make money. Um, so what I wanted to show here, let's see. I want to show my MSTR trade, or not MSTY, MSTU. I want to show my last MSTU trade. Well, you know what? I could actually just sort it, couldn't I? Let me sort by ticker. How about that? I'll show you all the monies I made per ticker. Not that. That's not what I want. By symbol. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, you all are mesmerized, I take it. Okay. Well, I just froze the screen up, it looks like. That's not what I wanted to show. Chipotle, by the way. I want to trade on that one again, too. What I want to do is not description, but symbol. Here we go, symbol. That one was doing good. This is going to be a loss here, actually. We'll cover that because we do cover all of our losses, by the way. Let me go to, let's see, MST, MSTU, MSTU, where are you? A lot of trade history here. Okay, so MSTU for the year, watch this one. I have been doing this and I got assigned on it. So MSTU, I was forced to buy because of an exercised option here. Sell to open. Look at this collected premium. So watch this. Watch how much I lowered my cost base here. 550.69, and then we'll add another. I bought it back to close, so I have to factor out 68.15 there. Sell to open, I did another 158.71. Not much, but it was so far out of the money at this point, folks. I was just trying to recover something. And then we got into the juice here. So this one just expired May 31st. I realized all of this bad boy. So 1101.38 is here. So I'm going to show you all how I've lowered my cost basis so much. And then with today's trade, which is right here, 1465. See, we're getting closer to the strike price, so we're getting premium being higher. So this divided by the 2,800 shares, folks, this is $1.14 plus the $10 strike, that lowers my cost basis to 885, which is way lower than what I would get called away from. So it's great. It's like a win-win. So anyway, I've got to add things a little differently, by the way, because I feel like for some reason the gains and losses portion of this doesn't quite capture everything. But we can see here, see buy to close, buy to close. Some of these I do buy back. Buy to open, buy to open. These were calls I did. I won on some of these calls, actually. And then you'll see, so sell to open. Anytime you see a sell to open on NVIDIA, that's premium that I took in. See that? Sell to open 2,400. And honestly, it can be such easy money, folks. It can be such tremendously easy money. The more volatile these stocks are, look at this. Between two trades here, this is like 10 grand. Just basically slam dunks here. And I'm not saying any of this to brag. I mean, anyone can do this. There's blue collar people in my Discord that do this better than I do. So here we go, sell to open, sell to open. I buy some of them back to close, but see all of these where it says, and then buy to close. Some of them I did buy back, but you see all this sell to open, sell to open. Those are all premium collected. How about this one? This was a nice premium amount here. This is the one I believe I got assigned on with NVIDIA, so it lowered my cost basis. And then you see, I made like, what, $9 on the stock? Sell to open, buy to close. No, I didn't, because see what I did? I got impatient and I bought it back. So I realized I netted maybe 1,300 there. But then again, like this one, sell to open, I realized all of this one. And part of it, my work's made me a little more restrictive with how I trade. So I'm going out by month instead of by week. And then see, got called out of these shares for a high premium amount. I was forced to buy, let's see, 200 of them there for that price, $47. So see, we made money. We're making money. And then I had to buy shares of NVDL and these lots here. So I had up to 2,000 shares that I, got called out of. And then sell to open. Watch all the money on NVDL here. That's premium right here. Sell to open for premium. Buy to close. See, sell to open. These are all big premiums here that I've taken in. Sell to open again. Look at all the premium on NVDL. It's insane. Sell to open. That's the call side. Sell to open. And then assigned, sell to open, calls. And here's the big ones, folks. See that one? These are like a full year salary if you combine these two. Sell to open, and then we've got, of course, cash dividends. But you can see there's a lot of them, and same thing with SMCX as well. Lots of premium taken in on SMCX. See right there, there's almost 10 grand. Sell to open. And these were big trades, folks. I realized almost all of these gains. And then, of course, it got bigger today. You see what I did today. Took in some juicy premium today. So anyway, folks, that's gonna pretty much do it. Just to end on that note here. And remember, this premium, we're not even halfway through the year, folks. It could be even better. I mean, you keep adding, say I do another trade for like MSTU, add another 10,000. Say I'm able to add another 40,000 from NVDL on the conservative side and SMCX. This could turn into a $400,000 year. This by far, if this all pans out, this would be my best year ever income wise. And I don't say that lightly, folks. That's kind of hard to say, because I don't want to seem like I'm bragging. But anyway, hey, thanks so much for everyone for tuning in. Hope this was valuable. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe and join Discord, and we will see you all